Hello, friends, and welcome to this special report on the 2000 election in Liberia. And Liberia, as you know, is one of the oldest independent country in Africa. And Liberia is now listed as one of the least developed countries around the world. Why? Because of bad government and greedy politicians. But this 2011 election is an election of transformation. It's an election that's going to bring in a new government, new ideas, and new way of life for the Liberian people. Why? Because the old style politicians or the old way of doing things in Liberia is over. It's over in the sense where politicians at the time represent the people or districts, or represent the people in the counties, represent the people in the various districts without even knowing the people, without even having any business, or without even having any building in that community where they are representing. But this 2011 general election, the people of Liberia are making sure that those who are vying for the various positions, senators, mayors, representatives, congressmen, congresswomen, those who are vying for this position, we make sure that they have the business, or they establish businesses in those constituents or in this community where they plan to represent the people. Because the Liberian people are not going to tolerate anybody representing them without even having a business in our community. Things are happening in the past where anybody can represent anybody without even knowing the community, without even establishing a business in the community. How can you represent the people of Sano County and you don't even have a house in Sano? How can you represent the people of Cape Mount County and you don't even have a business in Cape Mount County? How can you represent the people of Grand Cru and you all the way in Monrovia? You can't hardly go to Grand Cru. So how can you represent people like that? And those things has destroyed the country for so many years. And now it is over. It is over that Liberians are going to elect people that are in those areas, people that have businesses in those areas. If you want to vie for any position, no matter where you are, even if you are in the United States, we make sure that you have some business in those areas that you want to represent. We make sure that you are in contact, in touch with the people. We make sure that you have a home there. Not only living in Monrovia and you representing the people of Sano County, you living in Monrovia, you represent the people of Grand Julia County. You living in Monrovia, you represent the people of Lofa County. No, it's over. You have to be in the county. You have to have a business. You have to have a home. You have to have something in the county, because something that will ties you, something that will hold you in that county. See, that a mistake they made in the past. All the congressmen, all the representatives in Monrovia, but they don't have even a house, a heart, or even a kitchen back home. People can come from anywhere, represent the people. But it's over. If you want to represent Grand Cru, you make sure you are in Grand Cru. You make sure you have a house in Grand Cru. We make sure that you have a business in Grand Cru. That you come to Monrovia once in a while. That's okay. If you want to represent the people of Cape Mount County, we make sure you're in Robertsport. We make sure that you have your home in Robertsport. It's not your father or your mother home, your own house or your own business. If you want to represent the people of Blamo County, you make sure you're in Blamo County. You know, we have to spread out. That's how development comes in. But you can be in Monrovia and you represent the people of Grand Cru, or you represent the people of Lofa, or you represent, no, you can't be, it can't happen that way. So the Liberians, this 2000 election, politician, if you don't have any business in your district, if you don't have any business in your counties, if you don't have any business in your towns, in your villages, you will not be able to represent your people, because the people will not vote for you. The people will not vote for you. Liberians are only going to vote for those who have property in the community, those who have property in the areas they want to represent. Liberians will only vote for politicians or people who have businesses in the constituencies, in the areas. Those times of old politicking is gone. We're not going to follow the old step where the people were robbed by so-called politicians. No. This is a new generation of Liberians. Liberians that will work with the people. Liberians that will go to the length and breadth of the counties, communities, and towns to represent the people. Even if it takes old man Zuba from Lofa County to represent his people, and he lives in Zuba, and he lives in Vonjima, then of course he will represent the people if he's qualified through the electoral process. So we're not going to take anybody to represent the people. The people themselves will choose their own people. The people themselves, because you can't represent the people if you don't have a development project going on in that county, or you don't have anything going on, you don't have a house, you don't have a business in that county. How can you represent people like that? I mean, if you don't have anything, you can leave anytime. You don't have anything that will tie you up with the people. So how can you represent them? Liberians are not going to allow that in 2011. I can show all the politicians. So those who are vying for the various offices, you want to be a senator, you want to be a governor, you want to be whatever you want to be. Liberians will only vote for people who have property in their counties, in their districts, and that will bring in development very fast. It brings in fast development. We can wait for the United States or Europe to bring development to Liberia. Liberia themselves will bring development. You can't be sitting here in the United States or in Europe. In time for election, you want to go back home for the people to vote for you? No, it can't happen that way. You have to have something home. What do you have to give the people? What do you have? It's not an old way of politicking where people give the people rice, biscuit to win the vote. No. If you want to win the Liberian vote, bring in development. If you want the people of Liberia to vote for you in your county or in your community, you make sure you have a business going on in your community and in your county. 2000 election is not going to be easy in a sense where Liberians are going to vote wisely. Wherever you are, if you want to run for election, if you are Liberian, you qualify to go, you qualify to run for any position, but make sure that you have your business or a property in the communities or in the district that you want to represent. Thank you very much. This is Pastor Philipson. Goodbye and talk to you later. God bless you, and may God bless Liberia. Bye.